everybody. I know you missed it. I missed it. Cine TV's back. Good evening, Swirly Nation. And welcome to Chicago, Illinois. Chicago, Illinois, the ChiTown Shuffle. Where we've got a matchup between the CCM Selects and CCM Chicago. Looks like we got a good feed so far. It'll be Evans feeding the puck to Albanese. Albanese is in on the onside play, tries to leave it for Ofterhide. That's taken from him. Dump back down the wall. It'll be Evans. Evans to the corner. Taps it by the defender. Goes into the corner with him. Albanese follows on in support. Back to Cristini. Cristini, Ofterhide. Ofterhide delays. Back to the corner for Evans. We'll set you up here with the game in a second as soon as we get like a bit of a stop and play. It's two-period action here. The showcase event and exhibition game between CCM Selects and CCM Chicago. As Evans goes down the line, cuts back into the middle. He'll window fire, and he goes off the crossbar and into the net. A twisted wrister off of the toe drag snipe by 43. Cameron Evans makes it 1-0 CCM Selects. A little dangle, a little snipe, a little selly. So let's get you set up here. It took us a second to get you a live stream. We're a couple minutes in to an exhibition game here live from the ChiTown Shuffle. Two CCM squads, 200 by 85 represented well here. In a Thursday night opening night, get a little ice under your skates action. Last minute, here is a snipe from CCM Chicago, top of the circles, finds the corner behind the Selects netminder to tie the game at 1. A little last minute action here. We've decided to bring you some action from the ChiTown Shuffle here on Cinnamon Swirl TV at the request of our millions upon millions of fans around the globe. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you subscribe below, Cine TV. Also, check out the website, cinetv.com, Cinnamon Swirl on your YouTube. As I want to say, it's Durham Shivel into the Chicago end. We'll call them Selects in Chicago here. I'm trying to get the rosters up for the Selects team, as I know those. I just realized my screen is also screaming at all the fans here in the stands as I talk. They're already annoyed enough with me, probably. I don't have numbers for any of these kids on the roster, so aside from the kids I know off the top of my head, which will be Merlot and Ofterhide on the defensive side, I think Durham Shivel, big 33 out here for Selects. I'll know McCormick with the puck now. The Selects in black on an offside play, and we get a ball bouncing onto the rink, gathered in by McCormick. And we're going to see Evans, Cristini, and Albanese up front with Merlot and Ofterhide, the defense pair for Selects. Face off to Cristini, over to Ofterhide. Ofterhide off the wall as Evans will tap it forward, looking for Albanese. It's turned back the other way by Chicago. Gathered in by Ofterhide. He'll find Albanese. He'll dipsy doodle and toe drag a defender to get a shot off 5-hole. That's gobbled up and held by the Chicago netminder. Let me get the scoreboard updated here for you as I try to get caught up. We had a last-minute setup here from Chicago. And we'll bring you the stream here live. It looks a little choppy on my end. Hopefully you're getting good sound from us as Christini plays it behind to Evans. Evans back for Christini. Christini to Albanese. It bounces over its stick. And Chicago comes back the other way. Evans on the back pressure. And the puck taken away by Ofterhide. Ofterhide knocked to the ice, and we'll have an offside play. So welcome back, Sitting Swirly Nation. We're happy to have you here. We brought you some lacrosse the other day. That was fun and exciting. Looks like we're having some streaming quality issues. You're getting a bit of a choppy feed. As Chicago works it behind the Selects net. It's off the stick of Ritson at center. Oh, that's not McCormick with the back pressure. Fed across by Chicago, stopped by the Selects goalie. Rebound in underneath. It's still loose in front as they battle for it. Down was the Selects netminder as the Selects are able to swipe it all the way back out to center. Ritson will forecheck after the puck. Ritson, that might be McCormick in the support. I think McCormick's, nope, that's not McCormick. Similar skating style. I know I gotta do something here. How do I adjust this? That might work. Out in front, a centering feed by Selects, chipped wide of the cage. It'll be cleared out by Chicago no further than, again, I'm going to go with that being Durham Shivel on defense there. The big boy from the Florida Alliance. We'll have a call into IT here to help us try to get this choppy stream figured out. We have a good Wi-Fi signal. There we go. It looks to be a little bit better for you guys. If it makes you sick, we'll get some Dramamine at home. It'll be a neutral zone face-off for Albany. Back pressure from Evans frees it up to Merlot. The fine wine off the boards finds Albanese. He chips it all, tries to get it all the way across the ice to Evans. It's picked off by Chicago and sent in behind. As Albanese ultimately winds into the offensive end. Cycling through is Christini at center. He's around one, around another. Puck comes free to Albanese. He's got Evans on the outside. He'll go to his backhand, feeding it across and a swiping shot. Better save by the Chicago goaltender, who keeps the score knotted at 1. A running clock here in this exhibition game, under 16 to play. Face off in the offensive zone. A D-to-D pass there, eluding the stick of the Selects defenseman. And Chicago will bring it right back in. Durham Shivel with a poke check, knocking the forward to the ground. Following on in the corner are the Selects with some good support. Chicago outnumbers them 3-2, though. The puck's gathered in. 3-2, you'll often win it. This time, Durham Shivel able to come away with the puck as he drives up through center. Tries to drop it to Ritson. It's off of a skate. And cleared by Chicago. Banking it around the Selects. I'm going to do that a couple times. The Selects forward. Back to the point. A nice fake. There's the shot. Comes in. It's deflected wide of the net. Off the goaltender's pads, I believe. As it'll be the Selects getting it behind. A nice rim play. Setting up a potential 2-on-1. It comes off the stick of Ritson. Gathered in by Chicago and wrapped around for a clearing attempt. They're able to work it all the way out to center ice. 17 for the Selects will pick it up there. Tapping it up the wing. Into the offensive zone comes the Selects. Dumping it deeper in behind the cage. It'll be Selects following up on it. Played with a high stick, but it'll be picked up by Chicago. So that's waved off. Some back pressure from the Selects gives them control of the puck as they'll gain the zone. Swarmed by 3 Chicago players for a shot to come from the high slot that is gloved and held. I think we've got some of the stream maybe figured out for you folks. We are live, and it seems to have gotten less choppy here in the last couple of moments as I work on it. And try to announce it'll be Merlot with the puck. Firing it up ice, he's got Albanese. Albanese challenges the defender. Pulls up and he'll drop it for, doesn't leave it for Ofterhide. Instead peels back to the middle, around one, leaving it to Cristini on the side of the cage. Knocked off of his stick. Back pressure there from Evans, now Albanese. Cape stays on the stick of the Chicago player. Albanese will follow on, now Evans. Evans to Albanese. Albanese can't gain the zone. Evans will battle for it along the boards. It'll be Albanese to Ritson. Ritson, a saucy pass for Evans. He taps it by one defender. Knocked down from behind, but centers it in front. Can't come the whole way through. Shot up high and over the cage. It'll be Evans picking it up behind the net. Cycling back to the middle, trying to center, knocked off of his stick. Then back comes Chicago through center. Around one defender. In on Ofterhide. Dances around him, and a beauty of a splitsy stop. Sweet buttery crumpets, what a save. As the running clock here winds inside of 12 minutes in period 1. We're excited you're all able to join us here from the ChiTown Shuffle. Remember, subscribe below. Tell your friends to catch some good live hockey action here from the ChiTown Shuffle. It might be the only game we get to this weekend, as I personally have 2 kids playing in the tournament here. So getting to the games is going to be my primary task. So we're excited to be able to bring you this scrimmage contest between CCM Chicago and the CCM Selects at the CCM ChiTown. See a theme here, folks? We also want to give a shout out to our good friends at Howie's for some fancy drink cozies they hooked us up with. Thanks to our friends at Howie's Tape. The preferred tape of, well, every hockey player you know. Let's be clear, if they're not using Howie's tape and that Howie's wax, how good does that Howie's wax smell? They make candles out of this stuff as the Selects. A centering pass from Cristini. Finds a wide open left wing, right wing, who's able to find the back of the net on a one-timer. And how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? It's 2-1 Selects. icing by the Selects. We'll bring it all the way to their end. Got a D-zone draw for the Selects. They're able to pop it free, sending a cross ice feed. All the way to center ice into the offensive zone we go. Tapping one forward to the stick of the streaking center. Has it bounce off of his stick and just wide of the cage. Gathered in by Chicago. They'll work a left-hand breakout and a nice centering feed. 98's had the puck a bunch today. Maybe a Connor Bedard fan. Believe he wears 98. Oh, I got cords sticking on cords here. Hopefully I'm not sounding too crazy as I'm trying to work the soundboard here a little bit. The computer cord was resting on stuff. Evans will challenge at the point. It's deflected by Albany as the shot. It'll be gathered in on the wing by Ritson. Tapped forward, it'll be Evans and Albanese in a 2-on-1. Evans to Albanese. Albanese, offensive zone. He'll wind and fire. And blister one by the glove hand side. Bashing the puck like the Albanese of old. And it's 3-1. Selects. 8:20 to play and a running clock as Evans pressures the puck. Leaves it in the corner for Albanese. A turning pass. Eludes Ritson. It's brought back on by Chicago. Nice back pressure there by Albanese. Frees the puck up for Evans. He'll find, Albanese. I thought he was going to Ritson. He'll find Albanese instead as Evans cuts into the middle. Albanese winds with it at the top of the zone. He's got Merlot deep. He'll face some excessive back pressure there. Able to force a battle along the wall. It'll be Evans picking it up and driving the right-hand side. Back to the corner for Ritson. Ritson spinning out of the corner and setting one that finds the stick of a Chicago defender. An attempted clear picked off by Ofterhide. This kid's got some mitts. Finds a centering feed for Evans. He'll tap it free and fire a backhander that skips wide of the cage. Now Albanese from behind the net. Comes around, sends it just wide of the cage and past the stick of Ritson. Evans with the pressure, unable to break up the breakout as it's flipped free to center. Ofterhide on the defense and a nice blocker save to the corner by the Selects netminder. It'll be popped up to center to be gathered by Evans. Evans able to hit Albanese. Albanese into the offensive zone, weaves through one, tickling a backhander that's kicked aside. Ritson in after it. He'll pop it back towards the corner. That's picked off by the outnumbering Chicago team, but swiped away by Cristini, who finds a backhand feed across the ice. Doesn't get through. Kicked away and then one into the chest of the Chicago goaltender. Pressuring coming from 34. 34 might act. No. Keep thinking that's McCormick, similar skating style. He's got the puck driving into the right-hand side. I think McCormick's playing D, though. It'll be back to the point. Number 10 for the Selects. Fires one. It's into the chest protector and held. If you're a subscriber, feel free to join us on the chat. Can flip us a couple of questions out there. As we got the stream figured out, I think you're getting a nice smooth stream here on your big screen TV, curled up and watching the ChiTown Shuffle from Chicago, Illinois. Puck gathered in by Cristini as he engages those feet quickest feet in the game. He'll dangle one, knocked to the ice as the puck flips to the corner. Corner battle controlled by Selects. Behind the net is Christini, a centering feed. Comes all the way to the point. It'll be Durham Shivel on the D-to-D pass. He'll wind, he'll fire one that's gloved and held. A howitzer off the stick of Shivel. I will go through the roster for you guys. We've got Rocco Albanese, Lawson Anstedt, Colby Arnold, Rylan Ofterhide, Logan Babinek, Easton Ball, Bo Christini, Cam Evans, Michael Hakala, Jeff Hubbard, Landon Jackson, Colin McCormick, David Merlot, Ty Mode, Will Puglisi, Bo Ritson, and Durham Shivel. It'll be McCormick with the puck at center. He gains center red and then the offensive zone. McCormick tries to go around one, knocked down in the corner. Albanese was able to make a change as it comes off the skate of McCormick. Gathered in by 27 for Selects. His backhand feed broken up. Then back comes Chicago. Well, it is CCM. CCM Chicago. It's CCM Selects versus CCM Chicago here from the CCM ChiTown Shuffle. The first half, yes, I said half. That was correct. I haven't lost my mind this time. Two halves here in an exhibition contest. 3-2 Selects lead. As that shot is stopped, it goes off the post and is gathered in by the Selects goaltender. Two halves of a running clock. Getting these kids some extra ice. None of these will count towards the standings, but you can follow the standings on the Game On app. A number of great vendors here at the Seven Bridges Arena. We've got the butt ends, folks. Of course, our friends at Howie's, who hooked us up with some koozies. CCM out in the lobby as well, as Ritson hits Albanese. Albanese will go to Evans. Evans off his skate, back to Albanese. Kick to the corner by Chicago. It'll be Evans in battling. He's outnumbered, but in on support comes Albanese. It comes free to Ritson, who shoots one blocker side. That's blocked down, and then a rebound is stuffed home by, I believe, Rocco Albanese. Let me bring you a replay on that one. I think I can grab it real quick. We will get it. Ritson shot comes in. I'm not sure if Albanese got to that one. It might have been Ritson's goal. It might have bounced around in front and ended up in back. Ritson, a master of using screens, as Evans will gain the zone again. He'll fire, looking glove hand side with a wrist shot that misses high. Evans to the corner. Battle won by Chicago, back out the center. It'll be Ritson back to break it up. Oh, Merlot will gather it in. He looks for Albanese. Coming through center is just a bit behind. Albanese was 2 strides ahead of maybe a half a stride ahead of that play. As the Chicago shot sails wide of the net, it'll be gathered in by Ofterhide, who gets pickpocketed as he tries to exit the zone. Dangerous play there for Selects that's broken up by Ofterhide, picked up by Ritson, out to Evans, who will dump and get a change. Up ice comes Selects. Knocking at 334, picking it up is Christini. Christini looked like he was going to bank it off the boards. Instead, pulls it back in front, fires a backhand pass to the side of the cage, and that shot swiped wide of the net. It's 4-1 Selects here, as it's back to the point to be dumped back into the corner. Possessed along the wall as it's battled for. Christini will come away with the puck. Looks in front, carries behind. Centering feed off of a defender, off of a stick. It's battled for in front. Swiped it towards the net. Christini's shot is finally blockered to the ground and covered by the netminder. That horn you hear is the end of the first half of play. We'll let them go to intermission, and we will as well. Before we do so, let's bring you the... Welcome back, Seven Bridges Ice Arena in Chicago, Illinois. This is actually not technically Chicago, Illinois, but I don't remember what suburb of Chicago we are in. A beautiful facility here. That is one of the host rinks of the CCM ChiTown Shuffle. We're here bringing you an exhibition game. 2 halves of running clock between the CCM Selects and CCM Chicago. I am here with the CCM Select squad. And I know about half the kids on the team. So I'll do the best I can to bring you the announcing. I'll use numbers from time to time. And I've got an old pair of glasses on because someone, I'm not going to say who, but it might have been me, lost their glasses on a golf course the other day. So there's that, folks. Chicago into the select zone, working it high to the point. That shot skips wide to the corner. Battled for there. As we got an arm raised, it looks like Selects is going to go to the penalty kill. We've got a high sticking call on the Selects. So Selects will be on the PK here. Second half action. 2 periods in this exhibition contest. Let me get that updated for you on the scoreboard. I got my main man, Chris Merlot of Cine TV fame, working the camera here. And he doesn't have the big fancy one. He's got the little one, and he's doing a fantastic job for us, so we appreciate him. As Ofterhide comes away with the puck, he'll find Evans. He'll find the offensive zone. He's got Ofterhide and Albanese. Cuts to the middle, fires one that's blocked out front by the defense. Evans with the stick in the lane, able to free it up for Ofterhide. That puck all the way to center red before it's being dumped in by CCM Chicago. Now Albany is able to squirt free at center. Can he get by? He plays it past the defense, but they're able to gather the puck in, and back comes Chicago. 3 Selects players back to defend. It'll be Ofterhide on the puck. Merlot covering the middle. Evans swipes at a puck in the middle but can't clear. Shot comes in. It's fought off by the new goaltender for Selects as both teams make changes in net for the second half. A nice feathered 9-iron checks up before the goal line to prevent an icing play. As the time ticks down, we do not have a penalty clock up here, so I don't know when the penalty expires. But it is currently PK. As Evans pops it forward, he'll look for a line change. Evans and Albany is able to get off the ice as we are back to full strength. Weaving into the middle, tipped off of the stick of a Chicago defender. It's to the corner for Ritson. Ritson will battle there. He kind of backs away from it, but is able to chip it by. Now Christini behind the net. Christini winding back, looking for Ritson. It'll elude his stick. It'll be rimmed around to the left-hand side for a breakout by Chicago that's broken up by Selects. A nice centering feed to Christini, who tries to go between the wickets. Ritson will pick it up behind the cage. Knocked to the ice there, and out comes Chicago. Nice back pressure, forces a pass to Schivel, who's able to get control. He weaves through into the offensive end. Durham Schivel to the middle, firing one off the pads, and the rebounds there. Johnny on the spot. Able to give it a little tap, tap, tap-a-roo. What don't you like? Your home tapping in a rebound. And it's 5-1 Selects. Face off at center, gathered in by Chicago as they gain the offensive end. To the corner. Swiped away and gathered in by McCormick. A nice breakout pass there, and Selects is through center with speed. Creating a 2-on-1. Now a potential breakaway as the shot comes in off the stick. Back for a shot that's gloved and held. A doozy of, oh, no, maybe, oh, that one did get by. I thought that was a beautiful save. It was error on the side of the goalie, having one myself. Who will also be in action this weekend, for those of you wondering, around Swirly Nation. The Squish Tender backstopping the Battery Elite team, the Battery Midwest Elite. His games will start tomorrow morning at 10:30, I believe. 10:30. I'll be at most of those games, but probably not able to bring him to you live. As a shot is blockered all the way out the center, clearing it off the stick of a Chicago defender. Evans in on the forecheck. Picked up by Selects, a D-to-D play. McCormick up the boards. Past 27 looking for Albanese. Can't get control. And back comes Chicago. Defending on the play was Ofterhide, I believe. Yes. Wearing an unfamiliar number 6. As he tries to send a cross-ice pass that's picked off, and right back comes Chicago. Down Main Street to the corner. Defended well by the Selects. It'll be brought out the other side. This time it's McCormick. Knocked to his knees. He'll tap it forward to Albanese. Albanese will cut to the middle. Winding and firing one wide of the net. The rebound banked off the back of the netminder and in by 43 Evans. That'll be Evans from Albanese. We saw Albanese from Evans earlier. This time it's Evans from Albanese. I think that was the combination maybe on the first one. Banking it off the back of the Chicago goaltender. That was a fortuitous bounce off the backboards there, off the Albany shot. As Chicago able to disrupt an entry play, and on they come into the select zone, defended off there by Merlot. I'm sorry, Ofterhide. Merlot battling in the corner. It's tough when they're 5 and 6. They're usually 5 and 34. Ofterhide able to glove one down and clear the zone up the left wing side comes Christini. Looking, winding, firing a nice cross-ice pass that is returned for a taparoo. And Christini able to bury the biscuit. For the Selects. Back through center they come, into the offensive zone, winding behind the net. Poked off of his stick. It's cleared all the way back where Durham Shivel will pick things up there. Cuts in front of his own cage to his backhand. Shivel up the left-hand side where it's swiped away from him, a 2-on-1 developing for Chicago. Good back pressure here by Selects as the shot sails high and over the cage. Field goal's good. A shot from the point tracked well. I believe this is the Blues goaltender in for Selects. That's a guess by the pad coloration. Appreciation to Drew Ofterhide for the frosty cold beverages brought to the Cine TV booth here as Evans hooks up with Albanese up the left wing side. Albanese will curl with it. Looking. Back to the corner. Can't escape two-man pressure. He'll go to the point. Nice play there that's tipped over the stick of the Selects goaltender. A nice D-to-D feed. Banked off the wall. It'll be Albanese with the puck pressure. Gathered in by 12 for the Selects. Behind the net we go. A breakout pass eludes the stick of Evans. It's icing if it's far enough, and it is. As we wind inside of 16 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the second half. If you missed it at halftime, we had a nice band performance on the field like at most football game halftimes. Marching band. Some majorettes, some flag twirling occurred. Shot in from the slot, kicked aside by the Selects goaltender, and back up ice they come. Around the right-hand side, dragging one to the middle and tucking a backhander just wide is Christini. Popped behind, feet fed in front, shot by Christini, kicked away. A great save there. A nice reactionary kick save by the Chicago netminder. It'll be Christini behind the net, back to Ofterhide, whose cross-ice feed eludes the stick of Ritson. Ritson will pick it up at center from Merlot. Dumping it all the way to the corner, it's Christini on the forecheck. Rimmed around by Chicago to the opposite side. Offside pressure by Selects is unsuccessful as it's fired all the way into the Selects end by Chicago. Chicago able to track it down, chipping it past Ritson along the wall, but worked out the center by Merlot, who finds Christini. Christini has Ritson. Christini in, firing cross ice. Ritson pots it wide of the cage. Fired back across ice, where it's gathered in by Chicago. And they're back through center. Nifty moves there, but it's swiped away by Shivel. Shivel up to Christini. Fakes to the inside, cuts to the outside, winds and cranks a slapper from a tough angle that's fought off. Shivel back with the puck at center. Remember, subscribe below, folks. If you can hear me now, hit the subscribe button for us. As a shivel shot fired up high off the cage of the Chicago goalie. Played behind. D-to-D play that's broken out to the right wing side and cut off by Chicago. A trip here, no call. And an offside play. 13:30 to play, second half running clock action. Here from Seven Bridges Arena on the outskirts of Chicago, Illinois. Home to a gigantic metallic bean in Millennium Park. A huge metallic bean just outside of Navy Pier. I have been on an architectural boat tour through the city of Chicago, a beautiful city with a lot of architectural history. As the Selects wind into the Chicago zone, no counterattack off of that. Once home to the Sears Roebuck calendar. All the distribution came from here. Those of you who also took wagon trains on the Oregon Trail, remember the Sears Roebuck calendar. Actually, those of you like me who played Oregon Trail in elementary school, remember the Sears Roebuck calendar, or catalog. I keep saying calendar. I got calendars on my brain.
I think you can get cattle in the catalog.
You could get cattle, maybe an oxen. And if somebody got dysentery, you needed medicine, folks. Lots of people had died of dysentery on that video game. Albany's on the draw, controlled by Chicago. Merlot forces it up the wall, but not out. Back to the corner for Merlot. Merlot knocked to the ice. It'll be Ofterhide gathering it in off the skates of Evans. And Ofterhide carries the center. He'll find Evans. Evans cuts to the inside, towards the middle. Looking, feeding for Albanese. It'll skip the whole way through and find the stick of Albanese, who finds the 5-hole. Which should not be surprising given the fact the Sears Tower now, what's it called now? I don't even remember. Willis Tower. The What You Talking About Tower in downtown Chicago. Formerly named for the Sears Roebuck catalog. Also a wonderful Smith & Wolenski's right along the river. One I would like to visit at some point in time. And Jordan's Steakhouse. Let me just say, having been here a number of times, you definitely have to go deep dish pizza when you're in Chicago, right? You definitely have to go Chicago dog. Was that Portofino's? It's Portofino's with the Chicago dog. But if you get a chance to run down to Jordan's, I was kind of originally like, it's named after a basketball player. The steaks probably won't be that good. The steaks are fantastic. Jordan's Steakhouse right there on Michigan Avenue. Also known for shopping. And where my son found out that having small feet is an advantage when you're buying shoes, because all your friends spend $160 while you spend $65. As Christini winds with the puck. Takes it over to the outside, back to the point. It'll be Ofterhide. D-to-D to Merlot. He's got room. He looks to the middle. It's off of his skate. And a shot sent up high over the cage. Might have been deflected with a high stick, but it'll come back to Ofterhide, whose shot skips wide. Christini in the corner. Looks. Chris crosses with Ofterhide, maintains control. It's like a yo-yo. And the whistle blows as the referee lost sight of the puck. 5.5 to play here. Thanks for joining us, folks. It looks like we got a number of you out there. If you're not a subscriber, click the subscribe button. We appreciate you. You can also visit us at citytv.com. And you'll notice citytv.com now has merchandise, folks. Swirly Nation merchandise. Cinnamon Swirl TV. Swirly Nation merchandise. You can get your t-shirts, your beanies, your hats, sweatshirts, stadium chairs, bags, compression shorts. You name it, we got it. Swirly Nation. As per usual, it's Evans bringing you the play-by-play and doing the producing for this one is also Jeremy Evans, and we've got Chris Merlot on the camera, the fine wine senior, the more aged version. He's the put a cork in it and leave it there for a while version.
That's what Gina says all the time.
Put a cork in it.
Leave it there for a while.
It's banked up the boards, gathered in by Selects. It'll be Albanese. He'll gain the zone, cutting to the middle, knocked to the ice, and we're going to get a power play here as Albanese is tripped. It'll be a trip to the penalty box for a tripping minor. It'll be, it might be McCormick at the point. I think it is. Over to 12, down low to Evans. Evans will control back to the point. Down low to Evans. Back to McCormick. McCormick unable to get a shot through, so he'll peel back. Now he'll look opposite side for Albanese. Albanese now behind the net. He'll tap it. Oh, I thought he was going to tap it forward. Instead, he'll cut to the middle. A power move there. Sent on the backside, and they'll tap that one home. Albanese with a power move to the middle. Oh, I didn't bring you a replay. Oh, well. That was tapped in by 27 on the backside there. It'll be Christini picking things up, weaving into the offensive end. He'll fire it cross feed, a shot by Ritson. He can't get good wood on it. And he goes over to have a conversation mid-game with Christini. Maybe he wanted that pass to be more on his tape than it was. In the corner where it's fought off by Ofterhead, it trickled in on the goaltender. It bounced off of his pads, but the referee lost sight, and so we get a whistle. And a defensive zone draw for Selects. Face-off won by Selects to Christini. He explodes stride. You don't have to look what number it was. You can tell by the skating stride. Into the offensive zone with speed between his legs, carrying it behind the net. Picks the puck up and tries to tuck it in. Unsuccessfully, it'll be Ritson along the side, centering one that's cut off by the defense. Off the ride now, Christini. Back to the middle, tapping one forward, but cut off by the defense of Chicago, and back they come. It's a 4-on-2 if they hurry. Back pressure by Selects as it's fed to the outside. Right wing shot. Stick on puck goes off their hide on a nice defensive play to send it to the corner, and it'll be Christini breaking things out the right-hand side. He's got enough speed to outskate a defender, moving it back to the middle, winding, firing, and it's a beautiful kick save. He's able to still center one and a diving stop That would look like Marc-Andre Fleury to win the Stanley Cup championship back in 2009 for the Pens. As we get an ice, and it'll be a face-off all the way up. Time ticks down. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Remember, if you're hearing my voice, make sure you're a subscriber. Cinnamon Swirl TV. Check us out, citytv.com. Thanks for joining us here from the ChiTown Shuffle at Seven Bridges Arena. And the next thing you'll hear is the horn to end the game, an exhibition game between the CCM Selects and CCM Chicago. It's been fun bringing it to you. We're here all weekend. I will tweet out any games we're able to do. Check the Twitter feed. You know where to find us. citytv.com. Cinnamon Swirl. Thanks for joining us, and good night.